Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halloween podcast. I am your host, Lyle Perez, and today is episode 12 of our Haunted America series. It's September 23rd, 2024. This time we're heading to Idaho, the Gem State. Now, Idaho might be known for its stunning landscapes and rich outdoor activities, but beneath those beautiful mountains and rivers, there's a place with dark and haunting histories. From prisons to haunted lakes, Idaho has more than its share of ghostly encounters and chilling tales. So grab your lanterns and join me as we uncover 10 of the most haunted locations in the state of Idaho. Our first stop is the Old Idaho State Penitentiary in Boise. Built in 1872, this prison housed some of the most notorious criminals in the West for over a century. The prison is infamous for its brutal conditions, and many prisoners met their end behind these walls, whether through execution or suicide. Visitors and staff have reported numerous ghostly encounters in the prison, particularly in the solitary confinement cells, known as Siberia. Some have heard the sound of chains rattling and footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. One of the most famous spirits is that of Raymond Allen Snowden, often referred to as Idaho's Jack the Ripper. He was convicted of a brutal murder in 1956 and was hanged at the penitentiary. Witnesses at the execution said it took nearly 15 minutes for Snowden to die due to the botched hanging. His restless spirit is said to haunt the gallows room, where visitors have reported feeling a cold, oppressive presence and hearing the sound of labored breathing. In Cell Block 4, where the most violent offenders were housed, people have reported hearing disembodied voices, shouting, and even the occasional whisper saying, "Get out." One chilling EVP captured the phrase, "They left me here," in a voice filled with anguish. The Old Idaho State Penitentiary is now a museum open to the public, where you can explore the dark history and maybe even encounter one of its lingering spirits. Next, we venture to Shoshone Ice Caves, located near the town of Shoshone. These natural lava tubes are filled with ice year-round, but they also hold a darker secret. The caves are said to be haunted by the spirits of Native Americans who once used the caves as a sacred site. Visitors to the ice caves have reported seeing shadowy figures moving through the dimly lit tunnels. Some have heard chanting and the faint sound of drums beating deep within the earth. The temperature in the cave is always cold, but many have reported feeling an unnatural chill, even for an ice cave. One eerie tale involves the ghost of a Native American warrior who is said to protect the caves. He has been seen standing guard at the entrance, his silhouette barely visible in the gloom, before disappearing into the ice. There are also reports of whispers that seem to come from the walls themselves, speaking in a language no one can understand. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of what sounds like chanting, though no source of these sounds were ever found. The Shoshone Ice Caves are open for tours, offering a glimpse into Idaho's natural wonders and its haunted history. Now let's go back to Boise so we can take a look at the historic Oahe Hotel, which opened its doors in 1910. This elegant hotel has seen its fair share of famous guests and grand events, but it's also known for its ghostly residents. One of the most famous spirits is that of a young woman who is said to have taken her own life in one of the upper floor rooms. Guests have reported seeing her apparition, dressed in a long, flowing gown, standing at the window as if contemplating her final moments. Some have even woken up to find her standing at the foot of their bed, silently watching them before fading away. There are also reports of a ghostly bellhop who still performs his duties long after death. Guests have seen a man in an old-fashioned uniform walking the halls, only to vanish when they try to speak to him. The elevators are known to operate on their own, moving between floors with no one inside. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of a man's voice saying room service and a woman softly crying. The Oahe Hotel is still in operation, offering luxurious stays with a touch of the paranormal. Next, we journey to the ghost town of Silver City, where the Idaho Hotel stands as a relic of the Old West. Built in 1866, during the height of the silver mining boom, the hotel has seen countless visitors over the years, some of whom never left. The most famous ghost at the Idaho Hotel is that of a woman known as the Lady in Blue. She is believed to be the spirit of a former guest who died tragically in the hotel. She is often seen wandering the hallways and staircases, her long blue dress trailing behind her. Guests have reported feeling a sudden cold breeze as she passes by, and some have even smelled the faint scent of lavender, her favorite perfume. One guest claimed to have seen her reflection in a mirror, only to turn around and find the room empty. The hotel is also said to be haunted by the ghost of a miner who died in a nearby accident. His heavy footsteps are often heard on the wooden floors, and some have seen his shadowy figure moving through the bar area. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of a deep, growling voice saying, "Get out," and the sound of boots walking across creaking floorboards. The Idaho Hotel has been restored and is open for guests who are looking for an authentic and possibly haunted Old West experience. Our next stop is the beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene, a popular destination for boating and fishing. But beneath its serene surface lies a dark history. The lake is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who have drowned in its deep waters. One of the most famous legends involves a young couple who tragically drowned during a storm in the early 1900s. Boaters have reported seeing their ghostly figures walking hand in hand along the shoreline, only to disappear when approached. Some have even seen a lone woman in white standing at the water's edge, staring out over the lake as if waiting for someone to return. Fishermen have reported hearing disembodied voices calling for help and feeling sudden cold spots while on the water. There are also tales of ghostly lights seen bobbing on the lake's surface at night, believed to be the lanterns of spirits searching for their lost loved ones. Paranormal investigators have recorded strange splashing sounds and distant cries for help, even when the lake is calm. Lake Coeur d'Alene remains a popular spot for visitors, but some say the spirits of the past are never far away.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. What I love about Shopify is how no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Now we head to the small town of Albion, home to the Haunted Mansions of Albion. This attraction is located on the site of the Old Albion State Normal School, which operated from 1893 until 1951. The abandoned school buildings are said to be haunted by the spirits of former students and teachers. Visitors have reported hearing the sound of children laughing and playing, even when no one else is around. There are also reports of ghostly apparitions seen in the windows of the old dormitories, and some have felt a cold hand brush against them while walking through the halls. The most chilling encounter involves the spirit of a former teacher known as Miss Nellie. She is said to roam the classrooms late at night. She's even been seen standing by the blackboard, writing words that slowly disappear as soon as they're written. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of children's voices, including one saying, "Come play with me," and another of a woman's voice sternly instructing, "Sit down." The Haunted Mansions of Albion are open to the public during the Halloween season, offering a terrifying experience for those brave enough to explore its haunted halls. Next, we visit Idaho Falls, a picturesque location known for its scenic beauty and, according to some, its ghostly inhabitants. The falls were originally a site where Native Americans held rituals and gatherings, and it is believed that some spirits remain. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures in traditional Native American dress near the falls, often standing silently before disappearing into the mist. Some have heard the sound of drumming and chanting carried on the wind. There are also tales of a spectral canoe seen gliding across the water, its occupants just shadows in the early morning mist. Fishermen and early morning joggers have reported feeling a strange, heavy presence near the water, as if they are being watched. Paranormal investigators have recorded faint chanting and drumming sounds, along with whispers in an unknown language. The falls are a popular spot for tourists and locals alike, but many believe it is also a place where the spirits of the past still roam. Our next stop takes us to the Chinese Cemetery in Pierce, a small town with a rich mining history. In the 1800s, many Chinese laborers came to Idaho to work in the mines, and this cemetery is their final resting place. However, it is said that not all of them rest in peace. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures moving among the graves, often appearing to be dressed in traditional Chinese clothing. Some have heard the sound of soft, mournful flute music playing late at night, even though no one is around. Others have seen glowing orbs floating above the graves, believed to be the spirits of those buried there. There are also stories of a ghostly figure known as the Grieving Man, who is often seen kneeling at a grave, his shoulders shaking as if in sorrow. When approached, he vanishes into the mist. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of what sounds like Chinese chanting and the soft noise of a flute. The Chinese cemetery is open to visitors, but many believe it is best to approach with respect and caution. Next, we visit the sand dunes of Brunel, a unique desert landscape that also holds some eerie secrets. The dunes are known for a phenomenon called singing sand, where the sand emits a low hum when disturbed. But some say that the sounds are not just a natural occurrence. Visitors have reported hearing what sounds like whispers and distant voices carried on the wind. Some have seen ghostly figures moving across the dunes, disappearing when approached. One chilling tale involves the spirit of a Native American woman who is often seen wandering the dunes at dusk, her hair flowing in the wind, crying out for her lost children. Paranormal investigators have reported strange humming sounds and whispers that seem to come from nowhere. They've also captured EVPs of a woman's voice saying, "Help me find them." The sand dunes of Brunel are a popular spot for visitors, but those who come at dusk often leave with stories of their own. Our final stop takes us to the Bear River Massacre site near Preston, the location of a tragic and violent event in 1863, where hundreds of Shoshone men, women, and children were killed by the U.S. Army. It is said that the spirits of the Shoshone who perished here still linger. Visitors have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness and dread when they enter the area. Some have seen ghostly figures dressed in traditional Native American attire standing silently along the riverbed. There are reports of people hearing cries, screams, and the faint sounds of gunfire, as if the battle is still taking place. One eerie tale involves the spirit of a Shoshone woman seen kneeling by the river, weeping softly. When someone approaches, she vanishes, leaving only the sound of her crying echoing in the air. Paranormal investigators have captured a ton of EVPs of whispers, cries, and what sounds like a drumbeat. The Bear River Massacre site is open to the public, but visitors are reminded to show respect for the spirits that reside here. And that's going to do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening as we took a look at the state of Ohio. We did some eerie prisons, some haunted lakes. The Gem State is filled with places where the past refuses to stay buried. I don't think I've mentioned this before in other episodes, and I can't believe I made it all the way up to 12 without mentioning this, but if you want more information about these haunted places, go to the show notes, because I put addresses of all of these places on there. I put a little bit of more information on there for you guys. So if you're interested, check out those show notes. And while you're there, leave us a 5-star review on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're getting your podcasts from. Leave us a review there. Believe me, they do help. I've spent countless hours researching, recording, and editing all of these episodes. If you want to show your support, please leave us a 5-star review and subscribe. You could also show your support by going to our website, thehalloweenpodcast.com, and go to our merch store. All orders go to help the Halloween Podcast with all of the production costs that go into doing these shows. So please show us some support. If you have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, send me an email, thehalloweenpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/thehalloweenpodcast. I post a lot of cool stuff there, guys, so go there, interact with me. We always have a good time there. And I'm also on X. I don't really post much there, but I try to, so if you're on X, just look me up, The Halloween Pod. Be sure to come back tomorrow as we continue our Haunted America series in Illinois, where we'll explore haunted mansions, ghostly theaters, and so much more. Until tomorrow, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good night.